Okay, I just finished In the Flesh, the second one. And now I have in front of me Run Like Hell. I see already in the score that we've got some running figures here, which I'm curious to see how it happens in the musical realization of it. So here we go. So I I guess I was a little surprised to hear, because I imagined when I was looking at the music, I imagined more emphasis on this running rhythm, and now it's lighter and more background than I pictured it being. It works very well, but it's also doing something else. It's taking me back to one of the other songs I've listened to. And again, I've listened to so many, I can't remember which one has that sound in it. I'm going to have to figure it out, because that might have some musical significance. Maybe it doesn't, but I suspect it might. So I'll be looking back through to see what this other song was that I listened to, where I heard this same sort of rhythmic that's happening here. Instead of having that being more prominent as I imagined it to be, I'm hearing the drums be very strong and aggressive on the beats, on the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very strong and aggressive, and that is going with this run voice, which is also a little bit weaker than I had pictured it being when I saw it coming up in the music. I thought it might be more of a solo voice screaming, but instead I hear this sort of chorus of people calling run, and they're kind of far off in the distance, which it's like we're hearing somebody yell, "Run, run," and they're not very close, but we're hearing it enough that we know that something is wrong, something is going badly. So those are the things that are standing out to me so far. I kind of stopped it abruptly, but let's back up just a little bit and keep going. Kind of scary sounding. Interesting. This Coda section here, it took that rhythm, which I heard at the beginning, and I was thinking in a sort of a galloping, running manner, and then it turned it into this sort of Indian music style. I could almost picture myself watching some music performance in India, of all places. I did not expect that coming in this moment here. But that's interesting. It's like he took this a different place, and well, maybe he's trying to suggest that the exotic and the foreign is sometimes considered dangerous. I don't know. I need to look at this some more. But that's entirely not what I expected in this part of the music. And I didn't expect it coming. Well, of course, there are a lot of things in there that give it this feeling of panic and franticness and running and escape. But I didn't expect to hear it in that sort of exotic context. But maybe it makes sense considering where this sits in the history of the 20th century, and I guess I know that Indian influences were very much sought after at certain points in the development of rock music and so forth, and and also in terms of the spiritual elements. So maybe it's not so far-fetched, but I was really surprised and sitting here like, is this really what I'm hearing? Yes, it's what I'm hearing. Very interesting. Of course, as it seems to be the case all the way through, the lyrics are very compelling and have their own art to them aside from the music. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that right now. But I guess those are the things that have struck me in this. If we go back to the beginning and this figure that I circled here, I expected it to have more of a pounding, galloping, aggressive feel, and it didn't. And then as the piece progressed, it began to take me back to the other song, which I don't know exactly which one it is. I will tell you in the second part, in-depth part, because I'm going to find out what it is. And I felt like there was a musical cross-reference happening. And then, just out of the blue, it turned into this Indian style, with some little drums and the sitar and some other instruments of that type. And really, really unique. So I'll be spending some more time with this one too, and I'll let you know in the second part. But let's continue with my listening journey and see what is next with, I see it's called Waiting for the Worms.